Hi, welcome back, you beautiful souls. This is James, also known as the Only Zerg. This will be my redo of my new series that I've been planning. I wanted to put that part out because it was my first recording and I have been kind of holding on to it. I just finished a script for the new part 0, and this is a redo. I will be retconning a bunch of things in from the first iteration. So, with that being said, I hope you subs enjoy this one. So, Izuku and everything is born. They're born. He is born, and everything pretty much happens the same in his life until Izuku is about 10 years old. So one day, Izuku is running around, is heading home, and he sees Kachan and his friends picking on a girl. He runs up and he says, "Kachan, stop that! Leave her alone! Why do you have to be such a freaking bully all the time? Just because people are weaker than you doesn't mean that you can go around doing whatever you want, man." And Izuku basically gets in between Katsuki and his goons and the girl. And this is Katsuki, he says, "What's a quirkless loser like you going to do?" And he goes to create an explosion. And he basically explodes it goes to explode Deku. And Deku puts up his hand saying, "Kachan, stop!" Boom! And then everyone, loud boom can be heard, and an explosion happens. Everyone's kind of freaking out, and Katsuki's just standing there, looking scared. He's like, "Crap, I didn't mean to make it that strong." And the smoke clears, and Deku's standing there blinking in shock. And his hands are up, and a force field is protecting him and the girl. And Deku's just thinking that, wait, I have a quirk? And, well, Katsuki is alarmed by this, and he runs off. And Izuku, he can hear, he feels something on his chest. The girl had stood up and, kind of hugged him from the back, and he can hear her saying, "No, protect him, must protect him." And so as Chan's running away, the girl kind of faints, and Izuku catches her. A few minutes pass by, and Izuku, the girl comes to, and Izuku is like, hey, are you okay?" And the girl looks up at him and is smiling and is like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And Izuku's like, "You have an amazing quirk." And the girl says, "Yeah, but I'm not supposed to use my powers against people. Daddy will get mad if I do." And Izuku is thinking, so that force field was you, right? And she says, "Yeah, I can do that and a few other things." As she begins to float, and then she drops down, and then she teleports behind Izuku, and Izuku is in shock, and then he just kind of looks down, and he's sullen, and she's like, "What's wrong?" And obviously Izuku and her introduced themselves. And Izuku's like, "Oh, I thought my quirk came in." And she looks at him and kind of blinking. It's like, "Wait, you're quirkless?" And Izuku's like, "Yeah, I thought, whatever, I want to be a hero, but I'm quirkless." And the girl kind of walks up, kind of runs up to him, grabbing his hands, like, "You can definitely be a hero. You stepped in to protect me, even though I didn't really need your help, but thank you. Thank you a lot for, like, standing up for me. Most people would just run away and not even bother. And Deku says, well, I don't think people should. I think people should try to be the best kind of person that they can, but Kachan, he's kind of become a jerk. And she's like, well, Midoriya, was it? You can definitely be a hero, but maybe you should start training your body, or I don't know. I'm kind of new to the area, and well, those kids started picking on me, and Dad gets really mad if I use my powers on people to do stuff. And Izuku begins to laugh, and he's like, it's fine, like, but again, I'm sorry that I stepped in. And she's like, no, it's really fine. Thank you again. So Izuku, like, he says his goodbyes to the girl, and he goes home, and his mom is saying, Izuku, what happened? Because Izuku does have a little bit of a scratch, like a little bit of like dust and everything on him, and Izuku explains the situation, and he's like, that's pretty. His mom's like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to call Mitsuki about this. And Izuku's like, Mom, don't, like, it's fine. Like, Kachan, he's kind of immature just because he has such an amazing quirk. And Inko kind of grabs him and says, I'm sorry, baby, I wish if I didn't have such a weak quirk, maybe you would have one too. And Izuku says, Mom, it's fine, but that girl, she was pretty nice, and she had pretty amazing, like, quirk. And Inko's like, oh? And he's like, yeah, she can produce force fields, she can fly, and she can teleport as well. It was pretty amazing. Well, I hope I get to see her again. So a week passes, and Izuku is like, Izuku's at school that following week, and the teacher says, quiet down, kids, we have a transfer student. And the girl walks in, and Izuku's like, wait, that's that girl. And the teacher asks the girl to introduce herself. One moment. And the girl says, thank you, ma'am. Well, my name is Dante Mamut, or how the Japanese would say, my name is Mamoru Dante. It's a pleasure to meet you all. And then she lifts up her head, and she sees Deku, and she kind of runs over to him, and it's like, oh my god, we're in the same school. It's great seeing you again. And well, all the kids around begin to say, wait, they know each other? And the teacher says, oh, that's great. Midoriya, like, can you kind of show her around? She is a transfer student from overseas. And, well, Dante, like, having non-Japanese features kind of makes sense. And the teacher asks Izuku to kind of show her around the place and kind of help her out. And, well, Dante, she's a really nice girl, and Izuku, he's like a good student. He tries to stay out of trouble, even though, like, people constantly pick on him, and he has gotten in trouble for fighting just because he's defended himself in the past, but otherwise, he's a good student. He's always friendly with new people until they find out he's quirkless, and they start picking on him about this. So Izuku is thinking, it's like, yeah, fine, okay, ma'am, I will. So they spend, like, the rest of the day in school and everything, and Izuku is just kind of thinking, it's like, yeah, she's probably like everyone else. And then Dante kind of looks at him because, like, it's at the end of the day, and Izuku asks, like, why are you so friendly? Like, people always think, like, when they find out I'm quirkless, they always think I'm gimp, and they start picking on me. And Dante just kind of smiles at him and says, I don't really care if you're quirkless or not. You're a good person. That's all that really matters, really. And I meant what I said, like, last week. If you want to be a hero, you definitely could, but you being quirkless, that could be a big problem. And Izuku's like, yeah, I don't know. And so a few months pass, and Dante and Izuku become really, really close. And all the kids, like, when they go to, like, pick on Izuku, like, they just see Dante, like, she kind of picks up, one moment. Dante, she kind of, like, keeps sticking up for him. And people begin to, like, stop, really, speaking to her. But Katsuki, something in him changed over these couple of months. He sees, like, how strong Dante's abilities are, so he no longer thinks he's the best in class, because she has shown that she does have a strong quirk. But what pisses Katsuki off is that she doesn't even really try. She's always, like, sticking up for Deku, and he's thinking, he's like, that damn nerd, why is she so nice to him? He's quirkless. Why? So he kind of confronts her, and she just kind of looks at him and, like, kind of blinking because she doesn't comprehend what he's saying. Because Katsuki's like, you do know he's quirkless. Why are you, like, being so friendly with him? And then, like, Izuku's, like, is kind of looking down at this, and Dante, she kind of just blinks at him. It's like, why would him being quirkless be a bad thing? If anything, like, you should want to help him out. And Katsuki's like, why would I want to help this nerd out? And she kind of, like picks up a notebook off of Izuku's desk and kind of shows it in a section that's about him. And Katsuki's reading this, and it says, Kachan, quirk, explosions. And basically it's listing off, but then he comes to a section that says weaknesses. And Katsuki is shocked, and he's like, he looks at Izuku, and he lifts up his hand, and Izuku kind of jumps back, and Katsuki just looks at him. It's like, Deku, you seriously think I'm that great? And Izuku just kind of blinks and he's like, yeah, you're pretty amazing, but you're kind of a dick now. Like, think you're better than everyone just because you have a strong quirk, but you do have weaknesses. Your quirk, if you use it too much, you put too much strain on your body and you can break your bones, right? And Katsuki just kind of looks at this, and he's just dumbfounded. He's like, whatever, nerd, and just shoves the notebook back into his chest. Well, Katsuki spends the rest of the day kind of thinking, it's like, maybe I have been, like, the way I'm thinking. Like, she's obviously has a stronger quirk than mine, and she has so many abilities. Yet, what she said, and then that damn nerd, he already figured out the weakness to my quirk. In Katsuki, we are going to cut another another 3 months, so we're about at 7.5 months from when Izuku had initially met Belladante. And Katsuki has, like, stopped picking on Izuku, but he doesn't really hang out with him. And, well, Katsuki, he's been changing. Like, his attitude towards things has changed. And then, this day, he kind of pushes Izuku up against the wall, and Deku is like, what did I do, Kachan? And Katsuki's like, damn nerd, why are you being so pathetic? I know I've picked on you, but damn, you can figure shit out faster than anyone else. You figured out what the weakness to my damn quirk was without me even saying it. How did you do that? And Izuku just kind of blankly says, like, listen, man, I still think you're great and all, but you have been changing. And how I figured out how the weakness to your quirk is, I noticed after when we were younger, and all these times you've bullied me after you use your quirk too much in fights and everything, that your hands, like, they get hurt sometimes. And Izuku looks down, and Katsuki's like, what is it, you damn nerd? And Belladante comes running up at this, producing a force field between him, and Katsuki's like, oh, so now your goddess is jumping in. Great. Little does Katsuki know how much what he just said is so true. And Katsuki's like, Dante, it's not what you think. I need to know. And he's like, what were you think? You were about to say something, Deku. What was it? And Deku's like, have you ever thought about doing, like, here? And he gives him, like, another notebook that he has, and it's, like, titled Training Possibilities. And Katsuki's like, what is this for? And Izuku's like, it could possibly help you out. So we skip another year and 3 months. Belladante, so this would put Izuku at 12 and Katsuki at 12. And, well, Belladante, she's a little bit older, but she's still a kid for her species. Yes, Belladante does not have a quirk. She is a goddess. And her mother had brought her to the human world so that she can kind of get how humans interact. And no, because she will eventually, like, take on a role as a goddess that protects and everything. And so, one moment. So that's why she's in the human world. Well, one thing that has changed in this past year is Katsuki's been kind of trying to hang out with the two of them, but when kids, like, start, like, saying stuff, he kind of just walks away. And one day, Izuku's walking home, and he's stopped by Katsuki. And he's like, what is it, Kachan? You're gonna make fun of me again? And then he says, you damn nerd, that's not what it is. You know how hard this is for me? And Izuku's like, wait, so you're not gonna pick on me? And Katsuki's like, you damn nerd. That damn journal you gave me, like a year ago, you're right. I can increase my tolerance to pain and everything. And he's like, I'm fucking pissed at you, dude. Like, you can figure out all this other crap, but you're not improving your damn self. Like, if you want to be a hero, you should start working out. And I'm sorry for picking on you, man, but seriously, you've been pissing me off this past 2 years. Ever since she came, you've been acting weird. You haven't really been working out or doing stuff like you normally do. Like, I don't know, like, you have, like, this brain. Have you ever, like, it just pisses me off that one of my childhood friends is smarter than me. And I freaking hate that, but in any case, Deku, just start working out. Get stronger. If you really want to be a hero, and you're gonna be quirkless, you should start working out. You should. Doesn't matter what people says. What she said is really true. Even if you don't become a pro, you can at least be a minor hero. Can't be like All Might, but then again, with your brain, you could probably figure something out to make up for the fact. So, with that being said, we cut to another 2 years later. So, they're 14 now. Katsuki is kind of become kind of a frenemy. Not really friends with Izuku, but not really an enemy. They have that rivalry because Izuku had talked to his mom because it really got to it. And he started, like, he asked for, like, weights and stuff, so he started lifting weights. So we're not going to have the meek and unsure Deku that we have in canon. He's going to be more sure of himself. And, well, in school and everything, kids do pick on him, but they are all like, Dante is all this and everything is around him, and she's constantly been encouraging him that he can be a hero. And, well, after 2 years ago, his conversation with Katsuki, he really does believe that he can become a hero. He may not be able to become the best hero, but if anything, he can help heroes out with support items. And he has kind of made like a sort of a prototype of Katsuki's gauntlets for him, and thrown it to him one day, and he's like, here, explosion boy, this should help you out. And Katsuki's like, what? What's this for? Damn nerd, what did you create this time? Because I would say Izuku had created like some gadgets and stuff, and Izuku says, it should help out with the shock absorption of your damn quirk, idiot. Because Izuku, over the past 2 years, like I said, has been working out, and he has taken a few martial arts class, because Katsuki has come up to him once, and he says, you need to learn how to fight to protect yourself, dude. And you can't always rely on your goddess over there. Bilodani turned around and kind of smiled at that. So we cut back to this, and Izuku and Katsuki are kind of laughing, and Bilodani comes up and she's like, what's funny? And Izuku is like, I was just telling Hachan here how much he's kind of changed since like we met you. And she's like, oh, how? And Izuku's like, you really haven't noticed, have you? And Katsuki kind of laughs at this. You damn nerd, she hasn't realized because she always thinks the best of everyone. In any case, man, you better keep training. You better keep going on, because otherwise I'm gonna blow your damn head off. As he like walks away kind of laughing, and she in Izuku rebuttals like, yeah right, like you would ever do that, explosion boy. Whatever, Deku. as he leaves. And Dante, she's looking at Izuku and she's like, what was that all about? And Izuku's like, nothing. It's just, I really want to be a hero. And I was showing Katsuki that it can. They removed like people without quirks, they can get in now. Like, maybe I can get into the support course. Like, I really want to get into the hero track, but that's out of the question. You and Katsuki, you two are way stronger than me. And Dante kind of like hugs him and it's like Izuku, like you don't have to like be the best. And Izuku's like, yeah, I know, but I'm going to become a hero. I'm going to really push myself over the next couple of years to like really get into UA. So a few years have passed, and Izuku, like some changes have happened with Izuku from his canon counterpart. He's no longer the small kid. He's actually a little bit taller than Katsuki, and he does have a little bit more muscle, like a lot more muscle than what he had at the beginning of the anime in canon. He's gotten up to a black belt in Taekwondo, to the chagrin of Katsuki, because Katsuki is like really pissed off about this, because he's thinking, damn it, this kid had a fucking quirk, he would definitely whoop my ass outright. Which has pushed Katsuki to drive and work on his quirk too. And through Dante's influence on the pair of them, it's kind of become more and more. Well, we cut back. We cut to one day where Izuku, to like basically a week before the anime starts, and Izuku's like in a rush to get by, and both Katsuki and Dante asking, like, why are you in such a rush, Izuku? And Katsuki saying, why are you in such a rush, Deku? You got a date with your Godess? And both Izuku and Dante kind of blush, because they have in the recent year kind of confessed to each other that they like each other a little bit. They like each other more as friends, but they don't really they haven't really, like, they're best friends, but they kind of blush at this. And Katsuki's like, whatever guys, I've got things I've got to do anyway, see you tomorrow. And Izuku says, yeah, definitely, Kachan. And they kind of fist bump. They're friendly towards each other, but it's more like Katsuki is thinking, it's like, this kid, like, if he had a freaking quirk, he would definitely be an amazing hero. Not to mention, he has his freaking protecting Godess with him almost all the time now. And Dante is like, Izuku, you haven't answered our question yet. You haven't answered my question. Why are you in such a rush? And he's like, my dad, he's coming home today. He's been overseas. And now Dante's thinking, says, that's pretty crazy. My dad's coming home. Is coming for a visit. And she's like, and he's like, wow, so he's coming. And she says, he's going to be coming tomorrow. And, well, he's supposed to be here later this afternoon. And Izuku's like, you want to come over today? And Dante smiles and says, yes, definitely. I haven't seen Miss Midori in a while. So they head over, and when they get to Izuku's house, they can hear like a ruckus in the house. And they hear Inko's like, God, you two need to stop drinking. How much can two grown men drink anyway? And Izuku just kind of does a face palm, and he's like, I'm sorry, Dante, it seems like we have company. And she's like, it's fine. And they come in, and Izuku's like shot because he sees an older gentleman that kind of looks like Dante, and Dante is just freaks out, and she says, "Tosan?" And the guy looks up, and so does Hasashi, and they both, like, their jaws kind of drop, and they're looking at each other, pointing to their kids and pointing at each other, and they begin to laugh. And Inko welcomes, like, "Oh, Belladante, it's a pleasure seeing you again. And wait, Tosan?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's my idiot old man. What are you doing here? Weren't you supposed to be here tomorrow?" And he's like, "Well, sweetie, what? Wait, you know his son? What?" And Sashi's like, "Yeah, but wait, you two know each other?" And they both kind of start laughing. And Izuku's like, "Dad, what's so funny?" And so they... Hold on one moment. Sorry about the interruption. Let's see, I was right there. Okay. So Izuku and Belladante are sat down at the table, and the adults, the two dads, kind of sober up a little bit. And this is when there's a ring at the door, and Inko goes and answers. And when she comes in with the other guest, Izuku is shocked. There's in his mind, a very beautiful woman, and then he looks and he's like, "Wait." And Bellante's like, "Mom, what are you doing here?" And this is when, like, she kind of smiles. It's like, "Well, sweetie, we're here to discuss the betrothal that was made many years ago." And Izuku and Bellante are, like, in shock. And this is when, like, they explain, like, Hasashi, like, Inko and Belladante's mother slapped their husbands on the head, and basically it's explained to them that, well, Hasashi and Belladante's father, Mr. Mamoru, didn't really tell their wives that the betrothed lives in the same city, and while the kids were supposedly going to the same school. This is just conversations, because I would say Hasashi ran into him many years ago, and he's kind of been the Yagirozu's lead man on a project with the Mamoru, like, company. Basically, he's the one that's been in contact because he knows Mr. Mamoru from, like, ages ago, when he kind of saved him, in quotation marks, which led to the whole betrothal thing before birth. Well, before Izuku's birth. Well, Dante was already born, but that's neither here nor there now. She is effectively the same mental age as Izuku, and them being in the human world, she will age like a normal human up until her prime. So she is effectively a child, but she is like twice as old. She's like 4 times older than Izuku, but she's a god. But she basically was a baby, like, for a whole time, and when they're in the god realm, they age at a low rate because of the divine energy that's in the world of the gods, basically keeping them looking younger for longer until they hit their prime. When they're in their prime, they pretty much stop aging until the end of their lifespan. So after the whole thing is told to them, and Izuku's kind of standing up, he Izuku looks at Dante and she kind of blushes, and so does like Izuku. And their parents like, what's wrong, you two? And they in Bellatrix, it's nothing. And Izuku's like, yeah, it's nothing. So later that evening, when the Mamoru's like had left, Izuku like kind of tells his parents like, so me and her are engaged. And Inko's like, yes, sweetie, well, if you guys don't want to. And Izuku's like, no, it's not that, Mom, it's just, I do kind of like Belladante, but this is so much. And Izuku kind of like says, I don't know what to think about this. And so the same kind of conversation kind of happens with Belladante and her parents, and she basically tells them like, how could you guys not tell me that we were engaged? Like, this whole time, he's so cute, he's such a good person and everything. And this makes her parents kind of happy. And they're like, so he really is, he's like his old man, pure of heart. And she's like, yeah, he's pure of heart. Like, he's an amazing human. And this is when her father kind of pipes up and is like, yeah, sweetie, but I heard you've been using your abilities in public. And she's like, I'm sorry, Dad, but it's just... And he smiles and pats her, and it's fine. You weren't using them against other people, and you were using them to protect someone. So you really do like him. And she's like, yeah, I do, but if I would have known we were engaged, I would have been more... And this is when her mother pipes up and is like, what, you would have been more cordial to him? And she's like, yeah, Mom. Does Nasa not know about this? And her mom kind of laughs, like, yeah, she's been kind of jealous about that. But that's neither here nor now. In any case, so what do you think about this? And she's like, well, if he wants to, I'll go through with it. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this part here. I hope you guys enjoy this redo and the retcons that I did. After re-listening to it, after I uploaded it, I really decided to like seriously redo it, because I was going to do some things in part 1, but with the changes and stuff that I was going to do to the story, I felt like a redo and a complete retcon of the story was in due. Especially after some of the comments that a few of you have said. I really, Dragon Sorcerer, thank you. I actually didn't look this up. I didn't know that I was the first one that would be doing a what if series involving my goddess. And there's... I would have to look it up, and I will shout them out in the next video for this series. But I hope Izuku kind of freaking out the way he did kind of is the shock. I think you said fainting. But in any case, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this redo. And I will... like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you beautiful souls in the next video. Again, I will get Villain Deku out sometime tonight. Have an amazing day.